I'm 62 years old. My name is Linda, and I am broke. Not just can't buy a new purse broke. I'm every dollar has to fight for its life broke. I never married, never had kids, and yet somehow I still managed to wreck my financial future. I'm sitting here in my little senior citizen's apartment in Mobile, Alabama. It's quiet in here. The walls are thin. I can hear my neighbor coughing through the drywall. The hallway smells faintly of bleach and stale coffee. Every few minutes, a walker scrapes across the floor outside my door. This is not the life I pictured for myself. Not after all the years I worked. Not after the money I made. Every month I look at my $1,400 Social Security check, and I wonder, how in the world am I supposed to make it stretch? I used to be a nurse, a good one. I worked hard. I took pride in my job, and I earned solid money. But here's the thing. I thought making money was enough. I thought as long as the paychecks kept coming, I'd be fine. So I spent. Oh, did I spend? Designer handbags? I had them all. Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Chanel. If it looked expensive, I wanted it. Expensive jewelry filled my dresser drawers. Diamond tennis bracelets, thick gold hoops, emerald rings that caught the light when I moved my hand. And the trips, Lord, the trips. Paris in the spring, Maui in the summer, Santorini in the fall. I told myself I was building memories. I convinced myself life was short and I deserved to live it to the fullest. And I didn't stop there. Almost every weekend I went out with the girls. We'd hit the nicest restaurants in town, order wine that cost more than my electric bill. Then we'd move the party to bars that stayed open until 2 a.m. We laughed until our voices went hoarse. We danced until our feet ached. And it wasn't unusual for me to drop $300 in a single night on food, drinks, and tips. I lived for the sound of clinking glasses and the sparkle of my jewelry under the lights. I told myself, I'm making memories. This is what life's about. And here's the thing. Living in the moment is fine. It's good to laugh. It's good to travel. It's good to make memories with friends. But it's not fine when it comes at the cost of your future. Because memories are priceless, yes, but they won't pay your rent when you're old. They won't cover your meditation. They won't keep your lights on. When my paycheck hit, I didn't think about retirement. I didn't think about investments. I didn't think about my older self who might not be able to work anymore. And you know what still haunts me? I had options. I could have opened a Roth IRA and put just a few $100s in every month, tax-free growth, compounding year after year. I could have taken advantage of my workplace 401k and the matching contributions my employer was willing to give me. Free money I left on the table. I could have bought index funds that pay quarterly dividends, giving me income every few months without lifting a finger. If I'd started in my 20s or 30s, I could have built a portfolio that took care of me now in these so-called golden years. But instead, I bought shoes. Instead, I bought cocktails. Instead, I bought weekends I can't even remember clearly. If you told me at 35 I'd be living off $1,400 a month, I'd have laughed in your face. But here I am. And it's not glamorous. Rent eats most of my check. Groceries take the rest. Some months I have to choose between buying my blood pressure medication or paying the power bill. And when I can't make it work, I call my sister Valerie. She sends me $50 here, $100 there, just enough to get me through. But it burns my pride every single time I ask. I feel like I went from being the fun-loving sister to being the one who can't stand on her own. And the truth is, I did this to myself. I had decades to prepare. Decades. But I was so caught up in living in the moment that I forgot to build for the future. I told myself, I don't have kids to leave money to, so why save? I told myself, I'll always be able to work. I told myself, I'll figure it out later. Well, later came, and it is unforgiving. Financial stress at this age is heavy. It's not like being broke at 25. When you're young, you can hustle. You can work doubles, pick up side gigs, run yourself ragged if you have to. At 62, your body slows down. Your knees ache. Your back stiffens. Your energy fades. And employers? They're not lining up to hire someone old enough to be their grandmother. So here I am, counting pennies. Do you know what it feels like to go from buying $5,000 vacations to clipping coupons for canned soup? I used to walk into high-end stores and be treated like royalty. Now I stand in the clearance aisle, checking my balance before I swipe my card. I used to be the one treating my nieces and nephews to toys and trips. Now I skip birthdays because I can't afford gifts. And I think back on all those nights I barely remember. All those rounds of cocktails that could have been retirement savings. All those designer bags that could have been index fund shares growing quietly and paying me dividends today. All those luxury vacations that could have been more money in a Roth IRA, compounding into hundreds of thousands over time. The answer? Too many. I could have been fine. I could have been more than fine if I had invested even a small percentage of my earnings every month into a diversified portfolio, Roth IRA, workplace 401k, and some low-cost index funds. I'd be comfortable right now. Instead, I'm living on the edge of broke every day. I look around this apartment, and it's not terrible. But it's not where I want it to be. The furniture is secondhand, the TV is old, my once beautiful jewelry sits in a box, and I'm too scared to sell it because it feels like selling my memories. But memories don't pay the bills. Wealth is not what you show people, it's what you can fall back on when life stops paying you. It's the freedom to sleep at night without wondering how you're going to make rent. It's the ability to take your medicine without worrying about dinner. I wish someone had grabbed me by the shoulders when I was younger and told me the truth. Linda, you are not going to feel like working forever. Your body will fail you. Start saving now. Start investing now. Your future self is counting on you. But I was stubborn. I thought I had time. I thought Linda can handle herself. Now I know. She can't. I live for the first of the month, watching the clock for that deposit to hit. I stretch my food, I stretch my clothes, and I stretch my dignity just to get by. So I'm telling you this because I don't want you to end up like me. You might be in your 20s, 30s, or 40s right now thinking you've got forever to figure it out. You don't. The future comes fast. Faster than you think. And when it does, you can't go back. You can't undo the shopping sprees. You can't erase the bar tabs. You can't reverse the vacations you couldn't afford. You only have what you saved or what you didn't. I lived for today and ignored tomorrow. And tomorrow is here now. And it is expensive. So I'm warning you. Be a good steward of your money. Open a Roth IRA. Max out your workplace 401k if you have one. Buy index funds that pay quarterly dividends and reinvest them until you need the income. Because relying on the government and the kindness of family members in your golden years isn't living, it's surviving. And surviving is a whole lot harder than preparing. Don't be like me.